My name is Hayes Justin and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about Pokemon Day that's coming up in February 27th. This is going to be the 30th anniversary and this is just basically going to be my prediction video. As you guys are in the hobby, maybe you guys have rekindled connections with some of your friends. Some of your friends maybe have started collecting Pokemon cards all over again. And because of that, maybe they started getting in the world of Pokemon. And Pokemon Day seems to be pretty huge. I feel like there's a lot of hype and speculation on the day, especially for the fact that maybe there's not a lot of leaks leading up to this. But I'm extremely excited. My friends are excited, and one of them asked me, "Hey, what are your predictions? Do you think this Pokemon Day is probably going to reach a bigger audience? Do you think it's going to be more successful than some of the other Pokemon days?" And to me, it got me thinking, right? Like, what does it mean to be more successful? How is it going to reach a more audience? But then again, you start understanding that in the last year and a half, we've been in a Pokemon bull run, right? Where a lot of people have gone into the hobby of Pokemon cards to begin with. They kind of start seeing the videos of people fighting at Sam's and Costco's and Targets and Walmart's and like scalping. They've also seen like videos of like vendor POVs going for like large amount of monies, and not to mention the Pokemon Illustrator card that just went ahead and sold for over 16 millions of dollars. It's crazy, right? So there's more eyes on Pokemon this year than ever before. So let's go and get started. Let's go and get start talking about Pokemon Day 2026. Well, one of the first things that we got excited about, that honestly I'm kind of surprised it was released. I mean, we're getting it. We got the full details prior to this day, and that is going to be with the fact that they already went ahead and revealed that they're remaking and releasing Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green for the Nintendo Switch. Honestly, I'm super excited about this because it's one of the OG games. The only thing is, I wish it was Pokemon Yellow, so that way we could have Pikachu following you around and it was a more fleshed out complete game. But Fire Red and Leaf Green is still pretty big, especially for the Switch and Switch 2. Considering that we're only getting the digital copy though for $20, like as much as I hate that because I like having physical copies of my video games, I'm excited for it because I am going to get it. No thoughts about it. Like, I hope we do get it. I hope it does really cater. It's a 1-for-1 remake of Fire Red and Leaf Green, in the sense that I don't want it to have experienced chair. I wanted to have the old gimmicks, where it's a lot harder to build your team, or maybe you just over level your starter, but we're only getting Fire Red and Leaf Green. What happened to Blastoise, man? Seriously, what's the love to Blastoise, to Big Man Blastoise? But it's gonna be coming out after the presentation. So if you're gonna go ahead and buy it, I do see that copy for $20 being downloaded quite amount. But once again, I'm pretty upset that we're not getting the physical copy. But that's already pretty big, considering that they catering to Gen 1 fans, and it's being revealed prior to the Pokemon Day presentation is huge. But the big one, if you're in the Pokemon card collecting hobby, right now we're currently in the Mega Evolution era. This evolution era kind of caters to Pokemon Z to A. Pretty decent game. Outside from the cosmetic issues, I enjoy the game. I think it's a pretty fun game, especially if you're doing like a Nuzlocke. I've been doing like an alpha Nuzlocke, so stuff like that is a lot of fun. But the Pokemon Mega Evolution block is coming to an end, so we're expecting the reveal of Generation 10. We already got the name. The name is going to be Pokemon Wind and Wave. We also got that it's going to be based around the Southern East Asian islands, so there's going to be a lot of water. With Wind and Wave, expect a very, like, I guess, like season beach, like Philippines, maybe Guam vibe kind of thing. So we haven't gotten any information about that yet, but we're expecting at least to get a reveal of maybe the legendaries, new Pokemon, regional variants, or maybe even the first stage starters for Generation 10. Honestly, I'm kind of excited to see that. So at least we know where Pokemon is kind of heading. We're also going to be getting another game. One of the games I'm kind of excited about, and I know a lot of people maybe won't be super excited about, and that's going to be Pokemon Pokotopia. Pokotopia. It's kind of like it's a different like not Minecraft. What's Animal Crossing? Pokemon meets Animal Crossing, and well, I got mixed feelings about this, in the sense that, don't get me wrong, I do think this game is gonna be very. I think this game is gonna be successful, but not to the current collectors. I think this game is very catered to like young Pokemon fans, and we're talking about kids, because it's not complex. You're not battling. You're not doing the same repetitive thing. See, it's more of a leisure game, more laid back, and it looks like you're building a village or you're restoring the island, discovering new Pokemon. So it's a different way to play Pokemon, and I'm all for it. I mean, honestly, I do wish that we probably gotten this kind of concept earlier. I think this should have been like a Switch 1 kind of game, but we're barely getting it for the Switch 2 era. And like there's nothing that tells me if we got Animal Crossing and Switch 1, we should have gotten this kind of game in the Switch 1. But like Pokemon is a little bit lazy. Like the Pokemon Company is lazy when designing their games. They follow the same repeat formula, and half the time maybe whenever they do try it out, sometimes the games are not super specific or super successful, because they have done different kind of games, right? We're talking about Pokemon Unite, which we should get like at least a new reveal for some of the new Pokemon that you can get during Pokemon Unite. We also got Pokemon Masters. We also got Pokemon Pocket TCG. And then my favorite game that I probably haven't played in a long time is going to be Pokemon Go. This is going to be the 10th year anniversary event, or 10-year anniversaries of Pokemon Go. And I still remember the hype that 2016 brought into the hobby, or into the Pokemon hobby, because of Pokemon Go. As for the 10th year anniversary, I don't see anything big happening where it's going to bring a lot more people into Pokemon Go. But I wouldn't be surprised if Pokemon Go is sprinkled in the 30th anniversary, whether that be in the Pokemon card space, like certain cards paying tribute to Pokemon Go. We're talking about maybe certain cards paying tribute to Unite, maybe to some of the other things. So we're gonna be getting like live service updates and some of the things that we're going to be getting in those games. Honestly, I'm kind of more excited about Pokemon Go. And yeah, I mean, big fan. I used to play it a lot. I used to go on the trips to the Pokemon Go Fest by myself just so I can have fun. Like, I didn't have to take anyone. It was one of those things where I could go play and just have fun and like make friends. Not really make friends. I want to just go play and to grind. I really like long games like that. I feel like we might be able to get something else for Pokemon Lego, so other people will start collecting stuff. Like, honestly, I think one of the coolest things that they probably give us is the Pokemon set will be the fossils, and not the fossil Pokemon themselves, but just the fossils. Maybe that's just dumb, right? But I think that honestly that would be cool. There's a lot more hype for Pokemon Day 2026, or for the 30th anniversary, than I think than the 25th anniversary. And a lot of it has to do with the TCG, from people getting back into the cards because Pocket TCG, and then going to the physical copies, to, I know like Zeta A was extremely controversial, but overall I still think at the end of the day it was a good game. Like, it wasn't a fully polished game, but it gave us new ideas, and it was a pretty decent game. Poketopia should do fairly well. I think it's going to be extremely underrated. The people who are going to critique the game too much is going to be the people who just like playing the classic formula of the current Pokemon games, where you're battling, you're training. They're going to have a harder time stepping back and just playing a leisure game with Pokemon Evolve. I think that's going to be like a hard time, but I think it's going to do fairly popular with the younger audience. The last thing I think a lot of people are expecting is a lot of the card collectors, they want to see what the 30th anniversary has to reveal. We've been getting like fan made leaks of manga Pokemon cards, 8-bit Pokemon cards, and stuff like that. And a lot of people are excited for stuff like that. We don't know what Pokemon 30th anniversary is gonna pay tribute to. Whether if it's gonna do the last 10 decade or like the last 10 years, 5 years. People are speculating tag team cards, maybe some rainbow rare cards, maybe amazing rare cards. We don't know, but I do hope it's something that we haven't seen, like in something that we haven't seen. Like I do like the idea of the manga cards and having Pokemon that are coming, or like Pokemon designs that are coming off from the original manga. I think that's fantastic. I think a lot of the TCG collectors are waiting to see what kind of Pokemon we're going to be getting in the games. Because if we are collecting cards, we're most likely playing the games, whether it be on the Switch, whether it'll be on your phone by TCG Pocket, Pokemon Go, Pokemon Quest. I'm like, what happened to that game, dude? I love Pokemon Quest. That was a good game. Pokemon Unite too. Like honestly, I've always had fun playing these games, but the thing that has always suffered is sometimes I don't have friends to play it with. I do see a lot of people coming back into the Pokemon gaming hobby because of Fire Red and Leaf Green. If they're gonna be, I wish they would do physical copies. Because if they were going to be doing $20 physical copies, which I know it's extremely cheap, I would hope down the road they would do like Crystal, like Crystal, Soul Silver, Heart Gold. I mean, like those are like some of the best games that came from some of the best games, some of the more harder games that the people who are putting a lot of money into this hobby right now finally can play. Maybe like put some money into those games, but who knows? We really don't know. I just know I'm extremely hyped for it. I want to see who's gonna do all the partnerships, all the collaboration that Pokemon's doing with, whether if it's McDonald's, Santa Fe, cards, skate shop, like all this stuff. I'm like, I just want to know. I want to see, so I know where I'm gonna be putting my money for the rest of the year. But I think it's gonna be bigger than the 25th anniversary. I do think that. I think there's going to be a lot more controversies coming out. I don't think everyone's going to be happy, because I know a lot of people weren't happy with Pokemon Z to A. So we see like the same formula, and they're going to criticize Wind and Wave way more, seeing if they're using the same backgrounds, if they're using the same gimmicks. I hope it's more of a mesh of Pokemon Arceus, Legends Arceus, and Scarlet and Violet. Like I hope it's more like very open world concept out in the routes, and whenever you get to the cities, I hope the cities are as complex as Pokemon Z to A. Because I mean, Z to A, putting that much detail in the city is fantastic. Pokemon Legends Arceus, putting that much detail to the open world concept of routes, was fantastic. So bringing it together would make for a massive successful game. Now I know that requires a lot of work, a lot of money, and Pokemon Company, when it comes to video games, is notoriously cheap. But I just don't think they're gonna do it. But it would be so cool if they did. But even if Wind and Wave is a letdown, I know I got Fire Red and Leaf Green to play, and I'm excited to play that game. I really am. I think I'm more excited about that game because I know what I'm getting, and they can't disappoint me with something that I grew up with. Wind and Wave, I can easily get disappointed if they're not being innovative in the formula. But that's personally just my thoughts. Outside from that, are you excited for Pokemon Day 2026? What are some of the things that you're looking to see? Are you hoping that we do get like the manga Pokemon cards for collectors? Do you think if we do get them, are they going to be scalped? Like any thoughts that you have, please drop a comment, like the video and all that good stuff. Outside from that, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time.